Thank you all for being here today to honor these truly extraordinary people sitting behind me. And as you know, this is WWII Day. Most of you know what WWII Day is about, but what many people don't know is when Greece said to the Axis forces at 3 a.m. no, that they would not surrender WWII, very few people realized what the circumstance was for Greece. Who was opposing Hitler? Think about it. At the time, Hitler had a peace pact with the Soviet Union, a non-aggression pact. America and most of the world was neutral. Hitler had crushed 15 countries, including France, which was the military power at the time, and they were singly opposed by Great Britain, who they had really beaten badly in France and Belgium and sent them back to Dunkirk, and came within one day of eliminating the entire British military. And all that was left was little New Zealand, Australia, and Canada. And that was it. And that it's in that atmosphere that when Greece was asked to surrender, it was really a David versus Goliath that they said no. It was true courage. Also, if you look at what happened after that, and when the invasion of Greece occurred, Stalin and Churchill, and also as well the chief of staff of Hitler, said had it not been for the act of Greece, Hitler probably would have won World War II. It's hard for us to believe today, but if you study World War II history very closely, he came that close. And we've got to ask ourselves, if it wasn't for these people who wear this uniform and enable us to all be free, what would life have been like had Hitler won? If you think about it, today, 2018, there would be no Jewish people. There would be no LGBTQ people. If he did it around the world what he did in Germany, there would be no people of African origin living out of Africa. There would be no people with physical or mental disabilities. It's just hard to imagine what little Greece and World War II saved us from. We have these extraordinary freedoms today, but as I said a minute ago, were it not for the men in uniform, we wouldn't. And even for a moment, since we're at the World War II Memorial, let me point out that the number of Americans who died in World War II, if they were lined up from outside of here in Washington and we drove past them at 60 miles an hour, it would take us 4 hours to pass them all. That's the kind of sacrifice that was made. And I've got to say that our freedoms, our democracy have been preserved by the military forces around the world and throughout history. Without these people, these forces, our freedoms would not exist. We owe our very lives to these courageous individuals, and we thank you all for being here with us to recognize them today. Thank you.